Hey there, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good Saturday and enjoying the beautiful weather. Going to talk about the weather for a few minutes. Really not much to talk about except a few days down the road, um, but more on that in a few minutes. Just taking a look at current satellite imagery. This is infrared satellite. You can see most of the country is pretty quiet. Some showers moving to the Pacific Northwest ahead of the next Pacific system, and there's some moisture streaming up from the southwest, for that matter, into parts of South Texas, Brownsville, Del Rio. Seen a few showers. Looking at radar, you can see them right there. But really, nothing too interesting to talk about. Again, I sound like a broken record. But yeah, water vapor imagery, you can just see that subsidence, especially across parts of the southeast and central part of the country, underneath the ridge. So just a lot of sinking air. Not really, not really much happening. Again, and you can actually see a few of the fires that have been going on in Georgia, parts of northern Georgia, bringing smoky skies to Atlanta and even across parts of the Carolinas and the Smoky Mountains. No pun intended there. But yeah, you can see those fires really well on visible satellite. Radar picture, I've already kind of showed this, but really not anything to talk about. So yeah, I guess another little feature is just a subtropical jet over parts of the southeast, 100 knots, so significant. Neat to see the subtropical jet back in play, especially with all the warm weather we've been having across most of the country. It is a sign that, winter is almost there. So, yeah, surface observations. These are current from just over Colorado and vicinity. You can see temperatures mainly holding in the mid to upper 60s, 70 degrees at DIA currently at this hour. This is 3:54 Mountain Standard Time. It's when I'm recording this video, and yeah, just fairly broad southerly flow across parts of the plains. Very dry out there. Dew points mainly in the 20s. So just another gorgeous day, but we really do need some moisture. Really hope to see some of that soon, and we do have a shot down the road. So it's going to look at the drought monitor, and you can see just, yeah, we're in a drought. We really need some moisture. A moderate drought put out by the U.S. Drought Monitor. Yeah, moderate drought across parts of the Front Range. Abnormally dry, the category, across most of the state. So moisture, let's talk about it. But in the meantime, there's the ridge. This is the analysis hour from the 12Z GFS this morning. These are 500 millibar heights, generally where you see the warmer red colors. That means higher heights than what we usually see this time of year, corresponding to warmer temperatures. And blue, those are lower than normal heights for this time of year, based on climatology. So, of course, this varies by the region. Yeah, fast forwarding to just the ridge, just kind of stands there, and that's going to bring us a lot of warm weather across much of northeastern Colorado into really Thursday. That's when things start to get a little bit more interesting. But yeah, I guess a little ripple in the wave here, but still ridging is just, again, the main story. And then you can see, fast forwarding, this is when things start to get interesting. You see this trough dig out from the northwest, closes off actually, 500 millibars, looks like the northeastern corner. And this has been different from what the previous model runs have been showing. Previous model runs, for the past few days at least, have been actually showing this low lift off well to our north, more over Nebraska and South Dakota, and that really would not bring us much more than anything, much more than any wind really. But with the southerly track, more so, this would definitely increase our chance for seeing any sort of snowfall in Denver. But this is still a few days out, so I'm just trying to look at the general pattern here. I'm not going to get set on any snowfall accumulation totals or numbers at this point. It's still far too early. But yeah, this will definitely have to be monitored, as it definitely will bring us a shot of some cooler air, which will be a very nice change, since we haven't really seen anything in the way of cool weather so far this season. Yeah, GFS 2-meter temperature anomalies, just again, very warm across much of the west. You can see over parts of Mexico and Texas, so there's those clouds that I showed on infrared satellite, keeping them relatively cool, bringing them a few showers. But yeah, across the west, still just baking, especially up in the Dakotas and in Canada. And then, yeah, you can see just it kind of just sits there all week. And then you can see as we fast forward into Thursday and Friday, you start to see that cooler air creep down to the south. And there's Friday. So yeah, this cooler weather is definitely welcome. We'll see how it pans out, and I'll probably come out with another update sometime as we get closer to Thursday, but no promises there because I am busy. All right, well, thank you for watching.